Welcome back to another edition of the Big Exclusive Podcast with myself, the Angry OG and comedian Top Flight. If you early on the check-in, make sure you say what's up. If you early on the check-in, I need you to share the live as well. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're in a brand new year. It's the season 2 opener of the Big Exclusive Podcast, and I'm really excited. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. Right about now, we're gonna do our 1-2. Got to do my job. Got to make sure we take care of our sponsors so they'll continue to take care of us. Um, right out the gate. Hey, Tiffany Ann. Hey, family. Right out the gate, we got to show love to my executive producer. And actually, I'm watching the show on the big screen television, and it's just incredible, man. Shout out to Don over at Critical Shot Studio. He got us looking good. Although we do got to get some different cameras for my brothers. We're gonna work on that in the new year in season 2. Hopefully, it's bigger and it's better. But as long as we got Don from Critical Shot Studios on board, I'm pretty sure we're gonna continue to look good and sound good in this new year 2022. So shout out to Critical Shot Studio. Shout out to Epic Graphics and Crafts. If you have anything you need as far as like t-shirts, custom or otherwise, holla at Epic Graphics and Crafts on Instagram. They do everything from mugs to keychains to pillowcases, like anything that you need. And for the podcasters out there, if you got a podcast, you need some promo stuff, pens and mugs and t-shirts to give away to your audience on the podcast. Make sure you head over to Epic Graphics and Crafts. Tell them Big Exclusive sent you. You'll get a very exclusive deal on some merchandise you can give away to your podcast listeners. Also, I want to give a shout out to Shea Harmony. Shout out to Shea Harmony. Shea Harmony offers all natural products for the body with their whipped body butter being their most exclusive item. Shea Harmony whipped and scented shea butter is sure to keep your skin moisturized, soft, and smooth, especially in this harsh, cold weather at this time of year. If you're on the East Coast like we are, or Northeast Coast, or in the Northeast, I should say, because Florida is basically on the East Coast too, and it's warm down there. But if you're in the Northeast and you in this cold weather like we are, you guys want to make sure you get that whipped shea butter to keep your skin moisturized. They also offer soaps, hair and beard oil, essential oil remedies, and more. Shea Harmony products can be purchased at www.icraftmart.com. Shea Harmony, bringing harmony to your skin. Where are we at with it? So iCraftMart.com. If you guys need anything for your skin or beard or hair care and you want something all natural, iCraftMart has all natural soaps. Like Shea Harmony, they have beard and hair oils. They have, I think we should talk a little bit about that one day, though, like the essential oil remedies. I don't think a lot of people know about that. So I think one day we're gonna bring, the owner of Shea Harmony on and talk a little bit about essential oil remedies, because they are believers that most of the things that we need to heal ourselves already exist in nature. We just need to understand how to harness it, and they have understood how to harness that and how to, it's remedies out there for everything. So maybe one day, on the business spotlight, we'll bring them in and they could talk about, the essential oil remedies, because I think that's just a very dope situation that the earth provides everything that we need to live and to heal ourselves. So head over to iCraftMart.com, pick you up something. iCraftMart also has a special going on. It's 99-cent bookstore, 99-cent digital books. You can go over there, buy a bunch of books at only 99 cents. That's with taxes and everything, and it's immediately delivered to your email. So head over to iCraftMart.com and check it out. Excuse me. Hey, Christine, how are you? Make sure you guys sharing the live out there. Want to get this out to as many people as possible. I appreciate the people who've already done it, and spam the like button, heart. If we make you laugh, spam that laughing emoji as well. Here you go. If you're not following us on social media, you can hit us at the Big Exclusive Podcast on everything. That's Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and TikTok. Yep, there's a TikTok for the Big Exclusive Podcast. And I think it's kind of funny. You should go check it out. But without further ado, I got to bring in my co-host for the evening. Just as a heads up, our brother, I need y'all to send some love out to Top Flight. He is not going to be here tonight. He has come down with the Omarion or with COVID-19. So, you guys can leave a little message in the chat area for Top Flight, wishing him a speedy recovery. He does have COVID-19 and he won't be joining us tonight. But we do have the angriest man in the podcast game, my brother from another, the Angry OG. What up with you?
Hey, now. What's going on, man?
So it's a new year, right? I'm sorry about that. It's a new year, right? Let's show some love to our girl Tiffany Ann too. She not feeling good. Like we always say on the Big Exclusive Podcast, we don't have fans. We got family. So if you tune into the Big Exclusive Podcast, we consider you family. We don't have fans. Fans is short for fanatics. We like to show love over here, just like you guys show love to us by tuning in, by sharing the stream, by downloading the podcast, by going to, the bepodcast.com and listening to the podcast there, because that's where all the shows are archived. That's right. We have our own website, but you can stream the podcast anywhere podcasts are available. You can say, hey, Alexa, play the Big Exclusive Podcast. Hey, Siri, Google Play, Amazon, iHeart, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, the Big Exclusive Podcast is available on that platform. You know why? Because we handle business and the people demanded it. Happy New Year to everybody out there. We are now live and direct in 2022. OG, I normally ask, how was your weekend? Let me bring you up, man, because you over there looking like you went to see a Shinobi swordsman or something. What's up with you, man?
My last special.
Your last special?
Yeah, my last special.
Shout out to the
sharpest barber in the game, man.
I don't know about that, but he okay.
Sharpest barber in the game. You don't know because you can't get a haircut no more. You're not eligible to get a haircut, so you can't judge.
I'm not eligible to get. Why am I not eligible to get a haircut?
Because you went bald straight out of high school. You was like Kobe, straight out of high school.
Straight into bald. That's out of pocket. You out of pocket.
Straight out of high. I don't even remember you were here though.
It's funny. You watch me grow up and you don't remember me with
I
hair.
Can't, like when I picture you, I don't picture you. I can't never picture you with hair.
Well, then I would attribute that to me making bald look pretty good. Then.
I mean, if you want to say it, okay. I can't comment on something that I'm not capable of commenting on that.
I got pictures.
Because I got all mine.
I got pictures. Right. See, I still can grow hair. It's just the way it grows in.
No, but you missing some sections though.
No, I'm not missing some sections.
Yo, you got the bat signal jumping off.
Right.
All of this right here is don't even
look
like it's like the speed racer emblem.
It's like I got a bad perm. All my edges fell out. All my edges fell out, bro. So when it grow in like this. Like it's bad.
Yeah.
It's the bat signal. I call it.
You got the Wu-Tang emblem on.
That's probably even closer because it kind of like rounds. You could see the shadow.
I do see it.
It goes way back there.
That's because you 6'4". Don't you think nobody can't see it because you tall?
Wait.
Yeah. That's your move right there.
That's the best move right there.
That's the move right there.
Now you can't see it. Shout out to Critical Shot Studios. Keep me prepared. You know what I mean? Keep me prepared. Jabir with the Happy New Year's. Crystal, how you doing? Good evening. OG Cut looking shitty sharp though. He is. He looking good. He looking good for a dinosaur. So
listen, man.
Back to your New Year's, bro. Like normally I ask you how was your weekend. This weekend was a little bit different because we bought in the new year. How was your New Year, bro?
On the same as the last one. On the couch watching TV.
On the couch watching TV.
Yeah.
I spent
mine like Long Wolf McQueen.
Wait, did you have some black eyed peas?
No, I don't eat that shit.
Oh, that's right. He don't eat nothing. Yeah, he don't eat anything. All right. So
I wanted some tridents, man, but I ain't had
oh
nobody to make.
my God, some trotters or some hooves. For the people who don't know what trotters are, please explain to people what trotters are.
Pig feet, man.
No, I wasn't ready.
No, I ain't eating no tridents, man. That was me just talking shit. I'm not eating no tridents.
No chitlins either.
No chitlins either. No chitlins, no hog maws.
No
Now,
chitlins.
no.
What about the bacon?
Yeah, I could pass on that, but if you throw a pork chop down, man, I don't know.
A pork chop? You ain't
Or
messing
a
with the
piece
pork
of
chop.
ham. I might have to go at it, man. If you put a piece of ham in front of me.
You put hot sauce and all that on it, bro?
On the ham?
Yeah.
No, you just eat the ham, like.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where that video at? Where my Thanksgiving video at, Don? That was one. We started talking about pork. That's one of my favorite videos, bro. You got it? See if you got it. Because I thought I sent it to you. It's not loaded up in my queue no more. Yeah, we did. I know. I asked you to get rid of the queue, bro. Damn. But you got a folder for the Big Exclusive Podcast in there. Load me up. Load me up. But I damn. Wow. I had my New Year's was the same, bro, as it is basically since my daughters have been born. We like to hang out, you know what I mean, chill, try and watch the ball, maybe play some games. And at midnight, we crack open the sparkling cider and we do a toast. And this year I had them I didn't want them getting into the whole setting resolutions and all that. So what I had them do is I had them sit down and write 3 or more goals for the coming year 2022, and they both knocked their goals. Well, they both wrote them down. Hopefully they start knocking them out. You know, we just want to keep them goal oriented, make sure they always on task to, for bigger and better things. So that's how I spent my New Year with my girls, running some moonshine, filtering some wine, getting that bottled up. So that's how I spent my New Year's, bro. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But for the most part, New Year's Eve wasn't without its, shenanigans. And we lost a legend New Year's Eve. Right. It wasn't serious. You always talking about pork chops. We lost a legend New Year's Eve, bro. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
All right. Take a look at this, right? Most people probably know who I'm talking about, but take a look at this. This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite joints, bro. You won't be able to hear me, but I'm be singing this joint my whole chest. Check it out.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and a confidant.
This is my part right here. Ooh, oh. If I did everyone, the biggest gift, the biggest. Yeah, thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.
That is easily my favorite rendition of the
That
song.
was you with a wig on.
That was me. Okay, I'll take that. and it's so nice. Guess what? Guess
That
what?
was you with a wig on.
It's so nice. I'm fitting to play it twice.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back
Hey,
again.
so said we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, if I did the biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah.
That was me with a wig.
Yep.
You gotta be petty. Jaber said the best. Tiff said yes, he tore that up. Jaber said, I have 2 TikToks doing this. You with the wig on, bro. That's my own sister throwing me under the bus. See, it be your own family, man. It be your own family. But yeah, New Year's Eve, we lost Betty White at 99 years old. She would have been 100 January 17th. They had a documentary special planned to air
No, but
that day.
But did you see People Magazine had the magazine published talking about Betty White just turned 100. She had 19 more days to go before she turned 100. And that was like the Madden curse and shit. They didn't kill that lady, man.
People Magazine and killed that lady.
Yeah.
January 17th. I forget what network is airing it, but the special is still gonna come out. It was originally called 100 Years Young. I'm not sure if they changed the title. But yeah, Betty White. Sorry, bro, but that was hilarious. You just love agreeing with this.
We lost John Madden too, man. John Madden was a legend too.
The legend, John Madden. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports probably wouldn't exist had they not had the Madden game.
The first iteration of the game, it was only 8-on-8. And he said, "You're not signing my name to that. Football is 11-on-11." And it delayed the release of the game for years until they could get it down pat to where as though it could simulate a real football game. It was supposed to come out before it did, but he wouldn't sign his name to it because it was only 8-on-8.
Madden, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know he was Coach Madden first.
Yeah,
the Raiders. Yep. Yeah, he
had a hell of a record as a coach.
Right, he definitely had.
He had a hell of a record as a coach.
And then he stepped into Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
he stepped into the booth.
Started out on CBS, and then eventually it turned to Fox.
To Fox, yep. Boom, he's on his back. Like Madden made the Madden game what it is.
Mm-hmm. The turducken on Thanksgiving.
The turducken, yep. The turkey, the duck, and the chicken. Like it was all in like turkey.
Yeah.
With some sausage stuff and then a duck.
Yep, and the chicken.
Butterfly stuff with some regular stuff and then a chicken with some rice in the middle packed into that. And then it's like all wrapped and tied together and then baked all together.
It was called a turducken.
The turducken, yeah. Shout out to John Madden, man. Shout out to John Madden. Rest in peace to John Madden. He John Madden didn't fly either, right?
Huh? Yeah, he had the bus.
He had the bus. He had the Madden
and he
bus.
Had the rule on the bus. You couldn't take no smash on it.
You could not take a smash on the Madden bus. Nope. Madden did not fly anywhere. He insisted that the Monday Night Football and who was it? Was it ABC? Provide him.
It was ABC.
With a big. It was. I mean, this tour bus was before its time, and it had a bed, queen size bed. It had the bathroom in there. It had VCR, DVD players. It had video games. Like the Madden bus was all that. And then city to city, depending on what teams was playing, the bus in between Monday to Monday was changed every time or rewrapped every time.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke come through with the knowledge. He was drafted by the Eagles.
Victor Newman got a birthday coming up, man.
When Victor Newman birthday?
We going to Tommy's on Friday.
Oh, this
the Greg Sheen hit me up early and told me.
Was you supposed to tell him?
Ain't no surprises when you're 50-something years old.
Okay. Well, then we see you Friday, Victor Newman. It's a celebration, bitches. But we gotta turn the show a little more serious right quick. Each and every week. We started this kind of at the end of season 1. Now that we're on season 2, it's going to be a mainstay here at the Big Exclusive Podcast. We do a business spotlight. This week, business spotlight is brought to you courtesy of the Angry OG. I'm going to bring it up so you guys can see who we have tonight on the podcast to come through, talk about their home healthcare business. We have Asa and Bridget Rankins, the
Asa.
owner of Asa. I'm sorry. Asa and Bridget. Now, how do you say the last name?
Rankins.
Okay. Family Care for You Home Health Care Agency. That's Family Care for You Home Health Care Agency. And let's bring them in and let's talk about, their business and what it is that they do. Asa, Bridget, how's it going this evening?
All is
It's
good.
going-
How about with yourself?
It's going pretty well. It's going pretty well.
Pretty
Okay.
good. Welcome to the Big Exclusive Podcast.
Mhm.
How y'all
Appreciate
doing?
it. Thank you.
How y'all
Doing all
doing?
right. Doing
Okay.
all right. Maintaining.
We doing good. Well, Mr. Lamont, how are you?
I'm all right. I can't be better. I got some good news early today, so I can't be doing much better.
Oh, that's
That
what's
came
up.
with stipulations, Mr. Lamont.
Yeah, I know that though.
You got to be a Cowboys fan, Mr. Lamont. That's the only.
No, man, I'm gonna have to decline that one, man.
So wait, he Asa a Cowboys fan?
Yeah,
Yeah. So Miss
a
Bridget,
big time Cowboys fan.
Yes, sir.
how you doing tonight, Miss Bridget?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
How in God's green earth did you marry a Cowboys fan?
Look, I don't know.
Wait, are you a Cowboys fan?
I am by default.
All right, interview over. We don't want to hear nothing. So I'm sure he told you he was a Pigeon fan. Me myself, I'm a fan of the New
The
York
midgets,
Giants.
the midgets.
Okay, yeah. Some of my family members are Giants fans.
See, them the kind of family you need around, man. They lead you in the right direction, man.
Then the ones I ain't seen since this football season.
Yeah, they've been getting rolled over like a tractor trailer for the past few years.
Man, you don't see me either.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean that's all in fun though. I never was the one. After they get to me up to the game and during the game, I talk junk. But after the game, it is win or lose. It is what it is. I don't make no money with them, win or lose. But I talk junk up into the game and during the game. After the game, good game. If my friend team or brother team won, y'all got us this week. You know what I mean? But after that, But if the Eagles fans or the Giants fans, my homies, I'll hear it until the next time we play.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
You get bragging rights for the week.
that's exactly how
You
it's
get
gonna
bragging
go.
rights for the week.
That's
Seven
exactly
day
how it's
period.
gonna go with me every
Right.
time. We're gonna talk a little bit about football later, but let's talk about Family Care for You Home Health Care Agency. And tell us a little bit about how and why you guys started Family for You Home Health Care Agency, and pretty much what it's about.
Well, it's pretty good how we started. It's a little funny story, but true story how it started. During the around about 2019, I'll say around about October-ish. Around that time, my wife and daughter would go out, and they said, "Babe, you want something to eat?" I'm like, "Nah," but they're going out to dinner. I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna bring me something back to eat. And every time, they never brought me nothing back, so I used to get upset and get angry. So I said, I need something. I said, God, I need something to so I can start making me some money because I just had a kidney transplant about a few years ago, and I went back to being a warehouse supervisor. My doctor told me I couldn't do that type of work anymore, so I was just on disability, getting $13,000 a year. That's not a lot of money, bro. $13,000 a year, and used to being the breadwinner, $13,000 a year. I was telling Mr. Lamont that I think I broke the record for repossessions and evictions during that time of my struggle from 2011 until I say about a year and a half ago. I'm transparent, so I'm just wanted to say it like it is. So my wife was doing this type of work about 15 years. So I said, let me start this agency. So I started, getting information on different things. So I contacted the state. They told me how to go about it, and then I presented it to my wife, and I gave her the ball, and she knocked it right out the park. As far as with the license and far as getting documentations and policies and procedures. I'm thinking, I thought she was going to get the license, but she got all in depth, and she, like I said, she knocked the ball right out the park. You know, and so I thought she would throw an audible or something on there, but like any good Dallas fan, when you got great running backs like Emmett, they just take the
She took
ball
it
and
to
just
the
run it
house.
all right,
She
take it to
took
the
it to the
house, and
house for you.
that's what she did. And within so going from I'm telling you for about 7 years with $13,000 a year because she took off of work to take care of me. Every now and then she'd go back to work, but she took off to take care of me because I was in dialysis, and then when I got the kidney transplant, she still was helping me out. Um, so we got our business license. We got our EIN in 2019. Uh, January 2020, we got our health license. So the pandemic hit. So now I'm thinking, oh man, when it's gonna pop off? So from January till uh, August of 24th of 2020, we had no clients. So still, living off my struggle. Um, then all of a sudden we got a phone call that said we got this certain contract, and we got this contract, and they presented five potential consumers for us, and we said we'll take them. We go went out do our normal intake and everything, um, and so it was all in New Jersey. So I said, listen, I said, my agency is in Pennsylvania, so I'm licensed in New Jersey as well. I said, but listen, you throw me some bones if I'm starting to take all your, because no agencies was taking extra consumers during the pandemic. I said, I'll take as many you want in New Jersey. Just throw me some bones in PA. Then it started bouncing out we went from 5 clients to almost 230 something clients at that time. And just I'll let my wife tell the financial part what we did in 4 months. So I want to tell the whole story, but we're just grateful, and I'm really honored, humbled for this opportunity to share on this podcast. From where we came from, what we have now, and she can share the business side of that for what we did in the first 4 months. But and then she'll share what our agency provides and all that. Miss Bridget.
Oh,
That's a hell of a story, man.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
right. I appreciate your transparency.
That's a hell of a story.
Miss
And I have a
Bridget,
partner in it. Like,
yes, sir.
tell us what do you guys do at the
Okay,
home healthcare agency?
okay. What we currently do is we work for
Um,
our clients or consumers. We go into their homes. We assist in their ADLs, which mean adult living situations. We try to get them back into, helping them work, bath themselves, helping them do their laundry, helping them do housekeeping, helping them do their everyday things that we take for granted.
yeah, everyday
You
living.
know, everything, our everyday living. That's what we do. We work in Philadelphia. We work for the VA Hospital of Philadelphia. We work for the VA Hospital of Central Jersey, North Jersey, South Jersey. So yeah, that's what we do. We're doing pretty good. We're within 4 months we had gross little over $960,000 from August to to December. We had gross we had gross over 960 something $1,000 over that period. So we pay our aides pretty well. We're not the usual 10 $15 an hour, $10 to 12 to $15 an hour
Lamont is paid.
company. Oh, Lamont is. Brother Lamont, you only making $15 an hour. We don't pay that much. We pay more. We pay more. More than that. But people take joy in working for us. We love our clients. We love our aides. We gave our aides last year. Aid appreciation banquet. where they didn't have to pay. There was a lot of invited guests. And we celebrated all our aides. All our
Live
aides that
band.
work for our company.
And
We give
that's unheard of in this setting. Like nobody does that.
yeah, yep,
No other agencies I've heard of doing anything like that.
yeah. But we appreciate them because they the one out there that's working. They the one out there that's busting they butts working. So
Hmm.
we appreciate them. And we start our A's off with 17. Some start off with $20 an hour. Depending on how far you going. Depending on how your location or and stuff like that. So we pay our A's pretty well. We pay our aides pretty well because a lot of our aides have children, and we want them home in time, to enjoy their kids. We want them home in time, to be there for their children when their children come home from when their children come home from school. So they'll come in, they'll do a 4 hour shift, and they're home in time for their kids. They can pick their kids up from school and they get the rest of the day to themselves. So with the amount of
That's the
money that
mother in her. That's the mother in her. The
the
dad want
amount
to
of
keep them
money
grinding.
the amount of money that they make in an 8 hour day, they make it in 4 hours. And then and so we take care of our aides. We take care of them. We really do.
So you guys hiring aides right now?
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
absolutely.
We are
I just want
hiring
to step in.
aides. We're hiring aides at Family Care for You. Come down to 1609 Woodburn Road, Levittown, PA, 19057, Suite 203A.
Yeah. We have
Yep.
a gentleman that drives. Just saying how people appreciate our company and admire and respect it. We have a gentleman that drives every day from Baltimore up to North Jersey, which is we an hour and a half from Baltimore, 2 hours from him, 2.5 hours. Then he got like if he comes to our and the place where he goes to serve that is another 45 minutes from our office. So he's driving 3.5 hours to go to work. But we pay him a fair rate that compensates for his gas, and things like that. So that lets you know that how our company, we appreciate we'll be opening two places in Atlanta uh, this month and next month. We
Yeah.
open in South Carolina, North Carolina, Delaware is this month, and New York is on hold because of the pandemic. But and we have Levittown. So we're trying to grow. We also have non-emergency transportation. And this year, before the quarter is up, before March, we'll be in adult daycare. And we met a great gentleman on his Eagle family. We met a great gentleman that has a lot of insight and information and experience. That I believe that it'd be a benefit for the both of us.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So if you just gave the information for the aides who may want to work, what if it's somebody who's listening right now who needs your services? How can they get a hold of you guys to become clients?
They can
Well,
either go ahead, Bridget.
they can go on Indeed. We're on Indeed. We're on Facebook. Um, we on
Not for employment. He's talking about
we
for
on
service.
we're on we just put your application on Indeed, or you can call our office 267-583-3278. You can call our office and set up an interview. We bring them in. We when you call, we set up an interview with you right then and there.
Right.
We don't do
But
too much. We don't do too much callbacks. We just when you call, we set you up in the interview for you to come in.
And what's that number one more time?
267-583-3278.
and so they can call that. They need. I think your question was if they needed the service. So they can
Oh, if
call that
if they
number.
want the service, if they want the service, what they have to do is call their case manager at the VA. Call their case manager at the VA and request for Family Care for You, and they will send us a referral, and the
Because right
referral,
now they only handle VA
right?
We do
patients.
out
Now.
of pocket too. We do out of pocket as well. Uh,
Hmm.
um,
Private
private
pay.
pay.
You do
We
Yes,
private
do
we do
pay.
private.
private pay.
We do
Yes.
private
Okay.
pay as well. So they can contact. That was his question. They can call that number, and also I believe our website is up. It was under construction, but our website was, which is familycareforyou.net, and they can go on there and or also on Facebook and leave a message, and we be able to get back with them, and for our setting, have our nurses go out, evaluate them, and then they can talk to myself on the business side of it, and my daughter Nicole on the business side of it. My wife handles the home health care uh, daily functions as far as that. But we're looking to take in more consumers as far as assisting them in the ADLs, the adult daily living, and also we are looking to hire more aides and qualify people for non-emergency transportation. And some aides will be working in adult daycare, which would be they be instead of doing it in their homes, they'd be doing the same thing in daycare that they would do in the homes. They would be assigned a certain amount of clients for the hours that they work during that day.
Okay, and all of this information will be available at familycareforyou.net. And you said the site is currently under construction.
No, it's up now. I believe they
Yeah,
were
Okay.
it's
doing
up
some.
now. It's up
They were
now.
doing pictures and stuff like that. That's what I mean under construction, doing
So
more
your
pictures and
private
stuff.
is your private pay rates, is it based on the hours the consumers need, or it's just a flat rate for any amount of hours?
That's a flat rate for any amount of hours, but it's based
Okay.
on like a flat rate. So if they say they got 2 hours, the rate don't change. They
Yeah.
got
Okay.
10 hours, the rate don't change.
Yeah. Yeah.
We try to be fair because it's out of
Yeah.
pocket. You know what I mean? We don't say let's get this quick dollar. 'Cause like I said, I came from a
Yeah.
place called Struggle, you know. So, and I don't want no, I don't forget where I come from, so I didn't want no one else to have to go through that. So we also helped, like for Christmas, my wife did mention for Christmas we served almost 200 people with toys, you know, and then we had so much toys left over that we went in our neighborhood and knocking on doors for people we know, and other neighborhoods that people we know that needed the help, you know, didn't reach out. But we went and knocked out, dropped off like 8 or 9 gifts at the house, you know, on Christmas Eve. My wife and I did that. We didn't come straight home, you know, like you said. And this year we gave, last year we gave out bonuses to our office staff, and this year we gave out bonuses again. Um,
Yeah, we gave
and
out Thanksgiving. We gave out Thanksgiving baskets. The beginning of the school year, we had did a book bag drive where we gave out it must have been like 100 and something book bags, and what was left over we gave to the public schools. You know, to the public schools, and they was really appreciative because a lot of our children weren't getting the supplies that they need from home. So we gave out public schools. So we not only a home health aid, but we work in the community as well. We do a community as well. We have COVID testing every other Friday, from 10 to 2, COVID testing, and
that's for our staff, and it's not open to the public, just for our staff and our aides, because we make sure everybody is straight.
Akia
That's a good
Max
thing.
said, I applaud you all for opening a successful agency and giving back to the community.
It's all right. Giants fans don't do that. Us Cowboys fans, we cause that type of reaction.
But that's why y'all received the blessings that y'all received, because they
Yes, sir.
foresaw, that y'all was going to spread those blessings, you know, just as well as receive them. And y'all keep
Yes,
y'all
sir.
spread them, and y'all gonna keep receiving those blessings.
Appreciate that, sir.
Amen. I received that, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Akia Max said, I applaud you all for opening a successful agency and giving back to the community. Also for treating the staff so well. That's so important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
All
do.
right.
We treat our staff. We treat our staff because they work diligently. And we're a family owned company. Me and my husband, we started the company in 2000, as he said, in 2019. My daughter, my middle daughter, she's a human resource manager. My oldest daughter, she's our adult communication, where she sends out all the emails and all the letters and stuff. My youngest daughter, she runs the transportation department. She gets all the schedules and everything. So, and he has his cousin. She's a director of nursing. His other cousin, she's the secretary. My sister-in-law, she's the coordinator intake. So it's a family-owned business. We tend to hire people. We hire people that we know that's going to mean something, that's going to do something. It's not that we intended to do it. It's just that they came qualified. They came qualified. Yep. So,
Asa, Bridget,
That's decent.
that's definitely dope. We definitely appreciate you guys coming on the Big Exclusive Podcast. You're welcome back anytime.
And
For
thank you, sir.
everybody who's interested in either services or employment, they just told you guys flat out, like, you know, they doing interviews on the spot. You may be
Right.
hired on the spot if you come correct.
Right.
Just to give you some tips and some pointers, please be professional.
Yes.
Thank you,
Please be
sir.
Please,
professional. Walk in
please
there.
be professional.
Right, exactly. Not for the position you're in, but for the position that you want to be in. Dress for success. Okay. And as far as the interview process go, just try to be genuine, right? And just make sure you show that you care. And here's a little tip, right? Research their company. Family Care for You. Know something about the place that you're walking into. You know, who owns the company, how they started, what they specialize in. So that way you know what angle to come in on and how you can be an asset to that company. So just try to maintain your professionalism, be sincere, and do some research before you reach out to them. You may be hired on the spot.
And be honest.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Now, I'm not going to tell them be honest, right?
You have to be honest.
Yeah, it's a lot of questions. Bridget, Asa, we gonna let you guys go because I'm about to go in, and I don't want to mess up y'all political affiliation. But and I don't want to tell people to be dishonest with you. I'm just saying, like, you know, some questions you guys may ask, I for sure wouldn't be honest about them, right? And it's not nothing that's
Yeah, but we do background checks.
and that's great.
We do FBI checks. So the best thing to do is to be honest.
Right.
You know,
be
honest, because it's up to our discretion if we're going to hire you anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
Absolutely.
baby Lamont just quit. He just texted me say he quit when we said we do on the background check.
I'm glad y'all ain't watched the podcast first. but
you know though, all of that, because I know you got more people come over. I know all of that. It's up to our discretion whether we hire them or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So somebody, cause like, you know, I haven't been perfect all my life. So you know, I'm not concerned with ain't no murder charge, nothing like that, or you know what I mean. And you know, if you have a problem, still we can't put you in nobody's house. You know what I mean? So
right,
right.
All right. See now, I would say be honest with them, right? And here's why. Because again, he just said live on the podcast, like, yo, he wasn't perfect. I know I wasn't perfect, haven't been perfect, will never be perfect. But what I love about this and what I love about what he just said is that a lot of employers don't understand, you know, cultural nuances. So they understand. So by all means, make sure you be honest with them when you step in. Because I know when I was on my interview for the University of Pennsylvania, I got the job, but I've darn sure wasn't honest, you know, about some of the questions they was asking for the most part. Like I just wasn't. It just didn't make sense to me because they wouldn't understand. But you guys, man, you know, people of color can definitely understand cultural nuances and understand the culture. So it makes sense to be honest with you guys. And I hope you guys have continued success. Good luck on the Delaware opening that's opening this month. Atlanta. When New York calms down with the pandemic, I hope you guys open there and are successful.
Appreciate it.
And I want you guys to come back and share, you know, whatever news you have, because we all about positivity here. Even if, you know, like if Delaware is a success, and I know it's going to be, come back and talk about it. You know, talk about the challenges you guys had to overcome. Talk about the new opportunities that you guys may have available and the new locations, because you guys can't be in all those places all at once. So you're going to need people to represent you guys in a manner in which your business was established and can represent you right. And we have some really intelligent, strong, great communicators, great family members that listen to the Big Exclusive Podcast who may need an opportunity. And the fact that they can be honest with you guys and maybe have an opportunity, I think it's an asset to the show. And I want to make sure, you know, we're an asset to you guys just as much as you're an asset to us. So I definitely appreciate you guys. And nothing but health, wealth, and success. in the upcoming year. And I look forward to having you guys back on the Big Exclusive Podcast. Any last words
Thank
before I let you guys go?
Absolutely. We for Delaware, we trying to hire, office managers, receptions, different things like that. So, and I'm proactive. So next week we have our final Zoomcast with them, and once that's done on the 13th, we're looking to start hiring, caregivers, office staff, and all that. But I
Where,
want to so.
where
And
at in Delaware?
I'll actively shout it out every Tuesday myself.
Where at in
Going forward.
Delaware?
We're in Wilmington, but we do only county we're not doing is the one that's further out, almost like the
Chester
Like
County.
Maryland area, down that area,
Okay.
close to Maryland. We're doing Wilmington, and the next two counties is next to Wilmington. We're
Newcastle.
serving those two.
Yes,
we're serving
Newcastle.
those.
We're not doing. I don't think we're doing Chester County,
We're
right?
doing Chester County, yeah,
Oh,
but we're
okay,
not
okay.
doing we're doing the state of Delaware and those Wilmington and Newcastle, stuff like that. But like I said, we're looking for hiring office staff this month, so we can be started. I'm proactive. I don't want to wait till it's open and start trying to hire different people. And let me just say this real quick. I know you got other people in there, and I'm a pastor too, so my mouth can run. So I'm really going to look at my watch. Is that my receptionist started off as a caregiver. And when people work hard, we reward them. There's rooms to move up in our agency. I'm looking for someone now to be a regional manager to travel to Atlanta, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York and stuff like that. Like I said, I can't be everywhere at once, so I'm really looking to hire regional managers and stuff like that. So it's not just about me. I want everybody to get a piece of that pie. You know what I mean? That's willing to work. So I appreciate you for having us on here, brother. We really do, man.
Yes,
We
thank you so
appreciate
much
you
for
for
having
coming
us.
and telling your story.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, definitely
Mhm.
appreciate the transparency, because what that does is it
Open up a lot of doors.
open up a lot of doors, but it also gives people hope, and it's an example of what
Yeah.
perseverance and hard work can get you.
Mhm.
So I definitely appreciate the transparency. Look at this. Cowboys fan, huh?
All right, that's
delete
all
that last
laughing. That's
comment.
all laughing.
And his watch sucks.
Oh, you using my watch? Oh, okay.
Big Roll is our co-host in the comments. You guys make sure.
Let me cover it up.
He said you had a nice wife, a nice timepiece, but then he found out you was a Cowboy fan and took it back.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna cover it up.
Yeah, big roll love timepieces.
The opportunity was great, man. I thank you for having me. Listen, Lamont, let me know. I don't have a problem coming on. You know what I mean? Just to even listen and just to hear y'all rap, man.
Yeah,
I'm all about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So listen,
you
I'm going to head
definitely
off to the hibachi grill right now. Bust a grub off real quick.
Oh, y'all take care.
Man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. See you next week, man.
All right, man.
Enjoy
All right,
your night, guys. Thank
go
you so much.
Cowboys.
Oh, that was a low
Babe,
blow.
you know what,
She gonna
babe?
leave on the low blow.
Go Cowboys. All right, you guys have a good
I
evening.
appreciate y'all.
All right, you guys do the same.
All right, bye.
Cool. Thank you.
I told you they had a nice story, man.
Yo, that was dope, bro.
That's a hell of a story, and
I appreciate
how it happened and how it took off, and how prosperous it's been for them, and the fact that they spreading that prosperity, they sharing that shit. Like, corporate America don't share the wealth like that.
They definitely don't, and it's
They're
always
gonna ride you like a fucking broke like a dog until your tongue hanging down to the ground, and then send you off on your merry way.
right, and it's always a ceiling with them, right? It's
Yeah,
always a ceiling with corporate America.
Yep.
And then depending on your color, it's not only a ceiling, but it's also a cap on ownership. Like, you never get a piece of the ownership with corporate America unless you buy in stock. And I think that's the best way to go about it. If you guys need more information, you guys can go to www.familycareforyou.net. That's familycareforyou.net. If you're looking for employment, they looking for regional managers, office managers,
I'll keep everybody updated on it anyway. So
right, for
they
sure.
They're definitely looking to hire some people.
Yeah, and again, make sure you follow the podcast. That's the Big Exclusive Podcast on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, everywhere. And be sure we got Big Roll in the comments, man. Be sure to check out Big Roll podcast each and every morning, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's Keeping It Real with Big Roll on Facebook. His name is Big Roll on Facebook as well. So make sure you guys check out Big Roll podcast, Keeping It Real with Big Roll, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Head to our site, the Big Exclusive or the BEpodcast.com. Check out the latest and greatest episodes. If you guys want to be a sponsor, this week's episode is sponsored by my daughter, Maywa by Kayla. She has a line of fresh, new lip glosses out. You can get them at iCraftMart.com. She has different colors. She also has a lip balm. Kayla ain't playing with y'all in 2022. One of her goals was to, well, I don't want to put it out there on air unless she wants to. And if she wants to, she'll come on and do it. But I love her goals for this year. I can see her crushing her goals. But today's show is sponsored by Maywa by Kayla. Now, let me tell y'all something, right? My daughter didn't get no free pass. My daughter, now I'm not going to tell y'all how much she paid me, but she paid to have this episode sponsored by her. And if you're looking on your television screen or your phone screen right now, you can see sponsored by Maywa. And Maywa means luxury in Sudanese. So that's Luxury Cosmetics or Maywa Cosmetics by Kayla. And, you know, Kayla cut the check. So for all you grown-ass people out there thinking you can, I need a hookup or an alley-oop, if I charge my daughter for the sponsorship, you best believe I'm charging your ass for the sponsorship as well. Now, Asa was a Cowboys fan, right? That sucks for him.
He got that shit all in his office, man.
That sucks for him.
Fucking all kinds of shit hanging up. Like,
now, let me run this disclaimer for the people who don't know, right? When we talk stuff about football, it's not a personal attack. It's all in good fun. Asa is a great human being from what I can tell. So is his wife, Bridget, and their family. We talk in sports. It's supposed to be fun. Do not take anything I say personally, right? Okay? Now, when I say he's a Cowboys fan, that sucks for him. That's strictly in reference to him being a Cowboys fan, and I'm a Giants fan. OG is an Eagles fan. So you ought to hear some of the shit he say to me on the phone on Sunday when the Eagles stomping us, or we just getting beat by any other team, which happened a lot this season. Okay, if you guys are privy to that conversation, you'll be like, "Damn, is y'all even friends?" But that's just how sports is. I never take any of that stuff personally. If I call OG on the phone, he could just say whatever he wanted. But if I call him on the phone and say, "Yo, bro, I need you," guess where he gonna be at? He gonna be right there to support me for whatever I need. So when I say it sucks that Asa is a Cowboys fan, it's nothing to do with him personally. It's just us talking shit about football. Now, to the point I was trying to make, it sucks for him to be a Cowboy fan. Okay, kind of sucks being a Giants fan right now. To exactly Big Roll right by my side. If I call him into anything, it don't matter what it is, he gonna be right there. Which leads us into football. I want to talk about Antonio Brown. What's up with your man, OG?
No, see, this is what I don't like, that they won't let the whole story out. And they know the whole story, but they won't let the whole story out.
Let's play this before we let the whole story out. Give the people some context.
Antonio Brown left in the middle of the game.
Of it, but they not letting the whole story out, OG. So if you only go by social media,
Adam Schefter, the only one that let the story out. What happened? He was on the sideline. Now his ankle had been hurting. He hasn't even been able to practice for the last few weeks. So they tried to. The coach went to send him in the game.
Bruce
He said he couldn't go in because his ankle was hurt. He tried to make him go in again. He was like, "Yo, I'm telling you, my ankle not cool. Like I can't go out and perform or whatever." So he tell him, Bruce Arians on the sideline basically telling him, well, Well, if you can't go in the game, what you doing on the sideline? Go get off the sidelines and you cut. He told him to get off the sideline and he cut him on the fucking sideline. That's why he took his shit off and left.
See,
These analysts, they not going to say it. Adam Schefter let it out though.
Shout out to Adam Schefter for
But now they want to make it seem like he crazy. He got CTE and he tripping and all that. And it was about his bonus money. He could he would have got $1 million. All he needed was 1 touchdown, 55 more yards, and 8 catches in that game, within that game and the next game, which was all attainable. He didn't care about that money.
Exactly.
He didn't care about the money. Like, because first and foremost, when he got up in the morning and he looked in the mirror, he was a man. So when he go home at night and he looked in the mirror, he wants to still be a man. You're not gonna come at my manhood on the sideline and talk to me like that, and then I'm supposed to just shut up and play football.
And
Disregard the fact that you came at my manhood.
The problem I have is Bruce Arians is notorious for speaking to players in that manner.
Exactly.
Even I think he was in Arizona, and who was the receiver for Arizona with the dreads?
Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald. If Larry Fitzgerald got a problem with you,
yeah, you got something wrong. Larry Fitzgerald was like the humanitarian of the year, like almost every year, like
every year, like from donating houses to his
Bruce Arians is a redneck. He's a redneck,
and that's what it boiled down to. And I hate the fact that the media is painting Antonio to be.
How many times have you heard what I just told you? I didn't make it up. Adam Schefter put it out.
Listen,
they won't even repeat it. They won't even repeat that. Repeat the story.
That for sure hasn't gone viral. Like the clip of him leaving. And I understand the sensationalism of it all, but at the same time, the problem for me is that the apology is never as loud as the accusation.
It's never going to equal the act.
Exactly. And for the rest of his life, not his career, for the rest of his life, this is the picture they're going to try to paint of that black man. When, like you said, Bruce Arians is a redneck, and like I said, anytime you can't get along with Larry Fitzgerald, bro.
Yeah, he got
definitely the problem.
So now he's supposed to got CT, and then he got mental issues. Did he look like anything was wrong with him when he was at the Nets game last night?
It did not.
He was courtside at the basketball game.
It did not.
He like they got a problem for anybody that's want to stand up and buck the system and be a man about theirs.
Yo, Big Rose said he always point towards our mental health being questionable when all we trying to do is get what's fair. Exactly. Todd Harrison said exactly, OG. Nene
what's
said,
up, Todd?
I'm late. I'm here, Harry by Nene. What's up? But at the end of the day, I just don't like that. I hope. Yo, Big Roll is crazy. Larry Fitzgerald is the Carlton of the NFL. And that's what I'm saying. If you can't get along with Larry Fitzgerald, then you have to be the problem. All that man does, despite how bad those teams have been over the years,
he showed up.
He never
asked out, none of that.
Never asked out, never complained, never made a problem. And you offend him somehow, you know what I mean? You the problem. You definitely the problem.
Yeah, and now they want to bring his mental health into question, and it was about this, and it was about tell the truth.
And like I said, I don't want them to paint that man as unreasonable, mentally unstable, a problem player. Like, because you know what happens? Antonio Brown is a hell of a football player.
Guess where he got his ride from the stadium. Saquon Barkley, personal driver, took him from the stadium to where he needed to go.
Shout out to Saquon Barkley, running back for the New York Giants. Now, these type issues,
he like, come on, man.
These type issues, you know why it burns me so much? Because now I'm not saying Antonio is a Hall of Famer, right? I'm not saying that. But this situation takes me back to the T.O. situation, right? When T.O., in my opinion, Terrell Owens was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Easily.
So nobody
else's
and he never got in trouble off the field.
On or
Never.
off the field?
Never got in trouble. He just did that whatever that stunt he pulled or whatever. So now the people that's in charge of voting you into the Hall of Fame shouldn't be in charge of, because they be having biases towards players. Like, say if I don't never want to do interviews, I don't have no personal relationship with you, and you know I want to do the interviews, you have the opportunity to not vote for me to go in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. Hey, yo, the truth is Antonio Brown is a dickhead.
He is. He is a dickhead. But he's not crazy, though.
Listen, both things can be true at the same
Yeah.
time.
But at that moment in time,
It's
what
not-
that man said to him, he acted appropriately.
Yeah, I can't say that, you know what I mean? This is where I'm sorry. I can't say that man is crazy. I won't say he crazy.
I'll
Is
second
he a
what
dickhead
Victor Newman said.
sometimes? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because I feel like, especially what was that, Oakland? He had got a little
Raiders,
drunk.
but see, out there, he didn't want to. They wanted him to use another helmet. He wanted to use the helmet that he always used, and they said he couldn't use that helmet no more because they wouldn't allow him to use those kind of helmets anymore. So he acted the way he acted, like, and that was the reason why he did it, because of his helmet.
Yeah, but I here's where I am. Big Rose said he a dickhead, but being a dickhead doesn't mean respect is not due.
Exactly.
Yeah. Make sure you guys check out Keeping It Real with Big Roll in the mornings on Facebook. That podcast is super dope. Roll be having me cracking up, especially with the coffee. Like, I ain't even gonna tell y'all what the coffee mug is. Y'all just gotta tune in to see the coffee mug. Between the coffee mug and Mama, I be cracking up. I'm waking up late these last couple of days because I've been up late just working, bro. But you best believe you always got my love and you always got my support. With that being said, let's keep it moving, bro. You ready for something else?
What was on? What's on the menu?
Let's check out the menu. We still have the TikTok video of the week. Could you date a celebrity? Top 10 nostalgic toys and gender specific toys. Gender specific toys.
That's not an appropriate topic nowadays. You
That's
only
what
had
I want to talk about.
you only had gender specific toys when we was growing up. Now it's okay for little boys to play with Barbie dolls, allegedly, and stuff like that. Like,
So that's what I want to talk about. Then you let us
so
into
you coming after the gooch again, man?
I'm coming after the gooch.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Let's talk about it. So a couple weeks, well, let's just call it last year, but a couple weeks before Christmas, this controversy had sparked. It was a little boy who was gifted, or who was playing. It was a picture of a little boy playing with the kitchen set.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this huge problem because when I say left and right in this instance, I'm not talking about political points of views. On one, so I'll just say this: on one side, you had people saying, "Yo, I'm never letting my son play with no kitchen set. That's for girls. That's gonna make him gay." You had people on the other side saying, "How the fuck can a kitchen set make you gay? If he playing with, with the kitchen and he having fun using his imagination, it's perfectly fine. It's not gonna make him gay one way or another."
But
So
when the
that
kitchen
was
set
part of it.
pink, when the kitchen set pink, he's not supposed to be playing with it.
Okay, so now let's get into it. Let's talk about it, man. It's Big Exclusive, the Angry OG. Let's show some love in the comments to comedian Top Flight. He wasn't able to join us tonight. He is battling COVID. Let's send him some positive healing energy. Let's make sure we wish him a speedy recovery. And also tag your friends so they can come in on this conversation, share it live, and let's talk about how you feel. OG and I are going to say what we feel, and we're not going to skip any comments, okay? Because even shout out to Cute Lips. Q, what's up, Q? Q is another. I met Q in entertainment. She's a dope person. Her and her mom. Her mom has a pretty cool invention. But Q used to do a show. I'm trying to get Q back into podcasting. But she always worked late, so she always missed the show. But tonight she's off and she's showing us some love. Q, what's up? We talking about gender specific toys. We just gave you the scenario. You let us know how you feel in the comments right now. Big roll with the Get Well Soon flight. Make sure you guys are sending our brother Flight some love. But let's talk about it, OG. Now, would you let your son play with a kitchen set? Before that, you had made a point about gender specific toys. Do we subscribe to the theory, or do you subscribe to the theory that there are gender specific toys and only boys can play with these toys? And
I'm
only
old
girls
school,
can
so
play with
I'm with that. I'm old school. Like, ain't no little boy supposed to be playing with no Barbie doll, no. And I don't have a problem with my son playing with the kitchen set, because ultimately he needs to learn how to cook. And you cook in the kitchen, but he's not playing with no kitchen set that's pink at all. Like, pink is the soft, that's for a girl. Make a color for a boy, and I'm okay with that. But he's not playing with no kitchen set that's pink at all. You might as well give him glitter and the Tooth Fairy wand and all that if you're gonna let him play with the pink kitchen set.
Side note, we do have, we do take donations on the show. That's $ big exclusive. Somebody's got to pay Don over at Critical Shot Studio to keep this shit running, besides our sponsors. But here's the thing. So you subscribe to the theory that there are gender specific toys, right?
Yeah.
Boys shouldn't play with dolls. Yeah. So
Like, if you had a son, would you like for your son to be sitting on the floor with a Barbie doll in between his legs and he doing her hair?
Would I want that to be the case?
I said, would you like to see that? Would you give your son that toy to play with?
No,
You don't have a son.
No, I wouldn't give it to him. That was my disclaimer. I don't have a son. I have 2 daughters. But here's the thing. I can only speculate, right? If I did have a son, would I give him a Barbie doll to play with? Would I like to see him doing the baby doll's hair? No, I wouldn't like to see it. Do I think that's going to assign him a gender, or do I think that's going to affect his sexual preference when it comes to men or women? No.
I'm not thinking nothing. I just know that you ain't supposed to be playing with no doll as no boy. Fuck all that going into further thinking and all that. No, you go do some push-ups or do something else. You're not gonna be playing with no goddamn doll, baby. No female doll. Like, no.
Now, here's the thing. I think everything has to be context, though, right? Because
He's not supposed to play with it, period. There's no context you can put it in that's okay for him to play with that doll.
All right, I played with dolls when I was younger.
Hence your femininity.
Okay, if that's what you perceive, that's your perspective. I respect it. Here's the thing, though. That's what I said about context. In my house, it was myself. I was the oldest. I had twin sisters and a younger brother.
You didn't play with the dolls. You just used to torture your sisters by taking their dolls and ripping their heads and shit off. You wasn't playing with them.
I was gonna say,
is ripping their arms off and all that nut shit. You wasn't playing with them. Like, get out of here, man. They would get on your nerves. You would tear their dolls up.
I would blow them motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
I would play wrestling. Like, I had Hulk Hogan, Macho Man,
fucking their dolls up.
And I would make them throw the doll off the top rope, jump on their head. So yeah, I would play with them, but that's still me playing with them, right?
You was destroying their toys.
That's acceptable.
You was destroying their toys. You wasn't playing with them. You was getting at them by destroying their toys.
Okay, but see, I was still playing with them. Now back to the kitchen set. If here's my issue. I don't think it matters if the kitchen set is blue, yellow, pink, and none of that. Some of the
No.
greatest chefs in the world are guys. Like I don't
That's
see
that's why it's okay for him to play with the kitchen set. He eventually he
it
needs to
just can't
learn.
it
He
just
needs to
can't
be.
be
He
pink.
needs to have domestic skills, and and cooking is one of the domestic skills that you should need that you need in a man. But you're not playing with no pink fucking kitchen set. I spray paint that motherfucker black, and you can
What's
play with it.
but
Or you got a chrome kitchen set, stainless steel, whatever.
what's the thinking behind the color though?
Pink is soft. It's soft and pretty. That's for a woman.
Pink
It's
Pink.
soft and pretty, and it's for a woman.
So different colors are for different colors are for different genders. So if the kitchen set was
That's
purple,
why they got the blue balloon and the pink balloon. Why is that?
those are
Why is that?
images to signify male and female.
Okay.
But that
And the pink
extends
one
to,
signifies what?
that extends to
The
girl.
pink one is
It extends
okay.
to girl.
Yeah.
Yes, it extends to girls.
Yeah.
Now, does that extend across the spectrum when it comes to? So, would you drive a pink car?
No.
Would you wear a pink hat?
No. I would wear a pink shirt.
You would wear a pink shirt.
I'm a whole grown man though. Like it's not a toy. Like you can wear like pink accessories as a man. Like they don't like you're not playing like as no child. You're not playing with no pink goddamn kitchen set. Like I'm not gonna walk out here with no whole pink outfit on either.
You ain't gonna pull the camera out with the.
No. I'll wear like a pink shirt or something like that. Like I'm not wearing no.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's get some feedback from the audience before we continue. Am I the only one that thought that implied sex toys?
Yep. You the only one get your mind out the gutter, or go get you some hammer. The only one.
Tiff said, "Where is your mind, Crystal?"
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Okay. Todd Harrison said, "I find no problem with boys playing with kitchen sets as long as it's not pink."
That's
All
my
right.
man.
Q said, "I just seen that he seemed to had been enjoying himself. Nothing wrong with it. Kitchen sink wasn't pink. It was male friendly."
That's cool.
Crystal said, "Colors in kitchen sets don't make people gay." Come on now, y'all reaching on that one.
Nobody said that. Who implied that it made him gay? I just said my son wasn't playing with a pink set.
Gender assignments. This is Crystal Dominique. She said gender assignments were created by the patriarchy, period. Q said it wasn't pink though. Big Roll come through with the question. Walking through the toy store with your son and he chooses a kitchen set instead of a football. What do you do? Buy him the kitchen set, bro.
That's what he asked for. It ain't gonna be pink though.
It's the color for OG.
Man, I'll play with him though, because he need to learn how to do that kind of stuff though.
Pink is the only color it can't be, right?
Yup, can't be pink at all.
So every other color is cool. It just can't be pink.
Yellow, it can't be yellow. No, not like he got to get him the same.
Yellow is feminine.
He got to get it like a masculine type,
Okay, but you know the symbol of the LGBTQIA is the whole rainbow, right?
Yeah, them all the soft palette colors. He can't get none of them.
He canceled a whole palette of colors.
They got like 7 colors. Guess what's not on there?
But Roll, to answer your question, Roll, I'm buying him the kitchen set. I'm buying him what he wants. I spoil my kids so they get what they want. Got $20 on some new karate flip flops for Don.
Uh-oh.
Q said, "No, I ain't with no boys playing with dolls. My cousin used to play with Barbie with me, and
See?
So Q, quick question, Q, right? Do you think him playing with the dolls contributed to his sexuality?
It
Because
just probably escalated.
dolls,
He
see,
probably started with the
I'm
dials and then it escalated.
hold on, I'm slightly perverse, okay? If the doll is anatomically correct, and as a boy, I see the doll, I'm curious now. That's not going to make me want hammer or see a penis or
No,
think about
nobody said that
penis.
that made him want it. But at
I'm
that age,
thinking. So
you're
no,
not
that was
even.
my question. That was my question to Q. Does she think that contributed him playing with the doll? Does she think that contributed to him and his sexuality? Is the
I
question.
think it probably just escalated, but him going further and further along down that rabbit hole with those kind of activities, and he just ventured further and further down the rabbit hole. And
But what kind of activities is that? Playing with a
I
doll
don't, I
leads
don't,
you
I
to
don't know
what other
whatever he
activity?
did that allowed him to want to, be,
Right, playing with dolls leads you to what other activities that'll help or that contributed
Like he
to
probably started doing
your
more and more stuff
sexuality.
with the dial, or stuff like
That's what
that,
I'm saying. I would do
or
perverse shit
or he
with
probably ventured off. He playing with his cousin, so he probably geared towards more playing with girls all the time because he used to playing with his cousin. He had fun with the doll or whatever. So you never know. And then he joined the Gooch.
Bro, when I was being raised, it was at least minimum 3 women in my house at all times. My sisters, well, 2 girls and a woman, which is my mom. And then for like, a few years, it was my aunt. So,
But when you came outside, what was it? You was outside all the time.
nigga, I wanted
When you came outside that front door, what was
Mhm.
outside?
sports, coolie, spinning tops, running the streets with the fellas. But I
So
couldn't,
more,
I
so more,
couldn't wait
so
to play with the girls, though, bro.
what you say?
I couldn't wait to play with the girls.
No, that's when you was a little older though, and you was on some pervert shit.
Oh,
Not
okay.
when you was not in your in your younger years. Like
So what
that's
age
when
group?
you think Catch a Girl Get a Girl came from. Like we wanted to play with, but
Exactly.
we was old enough to have a perverse mentality though. You don't have that mentality at 6 and 5, 4 years old playing with a doll. You don't know what a pervert is that young. You don't know that then. Your mind not even mature enough to even fathom that kind of stuff. Now, as you get a little older, you start being interested in like, yo.
To your point, your mind is not even old enough to fathom that kind of stuff. Why does it matter if the kitchen set is pink or the child plays with dolls? If they're not old enough
Because
you're
he's not playing with
mentally
the
developed enough.
No, but it's you're not old enough to. But I said that can start you off on the path towards that.
I still don't see how.
Listen, that's why you got your opinion, I got mine. My son not playing with no pink fucking kitchen set. For the simple fact that I don't want him to. That's just that.
Let's get to some more of these comments. They coming in fast and furious. Crystal Dominique, social programming makes you believe that a boy with a doll is inappropriate. I can agree with that to an extent. Big Rose said, I have 3 boys. What's the most important? He said, what's the most important to me is that they make choices that make them happy, not what I want them to do. They will never be individuals if I make all their choices. Q said, go play with some G.I. Joe or push-ups. So she said, so you play with your He-Man taking what did it say?
Taking over, attacking Barbie.
Yeah, I used to fuck Barbie up. Wasn't too many Barbies though. They had like Cabbage Patches. Maybe we found the generic dollar store black Barbies. Like we had that kind of stuff. Big Rose said I had a bunch of G.I. Joes and at least one Barbie for the base because I felt like my Joes needed some coochie. Real talk. That's what I'm saying. Like in my mind, I was perverse like that. Like,
but you wasn't doing the doll baby's hair. It's like you wasn't playing with him like that. You wasn't doing like you don't have like a female like how they had
so
like
if you're a hairdresser, you gay?
9 times out of 10, yeah.
No, bro.
9 times out of 10, yeah. All the male dudes that I know that do hair is down with the gooch.
Don said it's the pink tax. Crystal Dominique back again. She said there are studies that prove that kids don't recognize gender assignments the way you're describing it. We teach that to them the same way we teach racism. Okay. Big Rose said OG is Spartan. If his son was born with the hump, he'd be kicking him off the side of a cliff, laughing my ass. This is Sparta. I can't say I believe he would do that. I think OG would love his kids no matter what. Would he be disappointed? So quick question: If your son jumped out the closet next week and said,
I ain't fucking with him.
what you mean?
Don't bring this shit around. I ain't fucking. I'm not fucking with you. Society can be cool with all they want. I got my beliefs. If my beliefs tell me that shit not cool, and I'm not fucking with him, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
What you mean though? You ain't fucking with him?
Don't. Go ahead about your business.
So you basically done with your son if
If he was down with the gooch, he can stay with him.
So what if he needs you? Like, Pop,
He ain't gonna know that they got more power than me, so he gonna need them. They can help him better than me.
So you just done with your son? If
Done
he come
with
up-
him. Done with him. Done with him. And I don't give a shit what nobody got to say. If you come out on some gook shit, and that, like, my belief system don't allow me to agree with that, man.
What about your daughter?
Same thing.
Same. Oh wow.
Same thing. My belief system don't allow me to co-sign that shit, man. Like, you can't come around me with that.
Crystal said exactly, because society told you it's okay to wear pink shirts. That's
Society
why y'all
ain't tell me shit. I wear what I want to wear.
Stacy.
I wear what I want to wear. Like, society didn't tell me that it's okay to wear a pink shirt, because if you're looking for society, to agree with what you, to get you, confirmation of what you got going on, then you're fucked. I don't give a fuck about what society think. That's why I talk the way I talk.
Stacy Blizzard said that was my question. Would you wear pink? Nene said he might want to be a chef. Ty said OG crazy. Nene said men wear pink shirts. So what's the problem? Q said it would happen. She said it would have been better if he was whipping it to the oils and play in the kitchen. Wow. No shade though. That some cousin is now a chef. Big roll back with the comment. He said dolls back in the day confused you anyway, because besides the breast, they didn't have nothing else that said they were females, especially no nipples and nothing downstairs. Yeah, shit just made me more curious. Crystal said, OG, I need you to write the philosophy of OG according to OG and sell it as an NFT. These ideas are ancient history and deserve to be in a museum.
That's what's wrong now. I'm not going along to get along with what's going on now. That's why you got the shit that you got going on now. Like, I come up my old school values, and they never failed me, man. Those are the best values you got. If you raise these kids today like we was raised, you wouldn't have the kind of shit that's going on now. Instead of trying to be their friend, you're his fucking parent. You're her parent. You want to be her girlfriend. You being friendly with your child, like, instead of whooping their ass when they're supposed to get their ass whipped. Now you can't even, you don't even whoop your fucking child's ass no more. I come from, you get caught outside doing something you ain't got no business. They whooping your ass. The neighbors, anybody, whoop your ass and bring you home, and then you're gonna get your ass whipped again. Now the kid, you can't even them to get their ass whipped. That's why they talk back to their parents and all that now. If you said something back out your mouth to call it right now, you had dentures.
Pretty much.
You had fucking dentures. She would have snatched your shit out for you.
Pretty much.
All that antiquated stuff that you talking about, Crystal Dominique, you go ahead and stay down with go along to get along and see how it turned out for you. I'm old school and I'm going to remain that way.
Nene said, well, how does a child knows Well, how does a child know Pink is girly? They don't know. They don't know. Then he said, well, a young boy. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Christine said, I have 5 boys and I never let them play with girl toys.
Because we all come up the same way.
Akia
we come
said,
up the same way.
Akia, she asked the question, Angry O here, how would you feel if your son, oh, he already answered that. Sorry, Akia, I had asked him that before you had got to it. Nene said, you're wrong because my hairstylist is male and he's married with children.
I know a doctor that was married with children and he was a faggot. He came out as, he came out as left his wife and kids for the guy. So
Q said, you gotta love him, OG, talking about your son.
No, you don't. You can love him from a distance. Don't come around me with that shit.
Nene said, okay, so you just contradicted yourself. Nene, explain, elaborate. I want to know. Christine said, all I'm going to say is I'm extremely happy none of my sons are gay, mashallah. Q said, it's such a shame how they forcing this shit on the kids today.
Yeah.
She said, this stuff was so under the rug when we were coming up.
Exactly.
Yes, OG, yes. She said, yes, but then you have to deal with the corrupt ass DHS. Akia said, for the kids, they just want to play. A toy's a toy. It's not sexual. I agree.
But it's up to me. It's up to me to know what it is, not them.
So the way you think, you the parent, right?
I'm the parent.
Yeah, you the parent. Q said, I know guys on there Al Bundy and still out here sucking. Wow.
Exactly. So just because you married, with children, don't mean that.
She said, I'm not arguing with that fool. Tell him how he contradicted himself when I see him.
She don't have a leg to stand on. That's why she ain't saying anything. Tell me how I contradicted myself. I stand firm in my belief, and they ain't bending them for nothing. My belief system is my belief system, and I'm gonna stand firm on it. I've been on this earth for 53 years, and I'm gonna believe what I believe until the day I die. I'm not going along to get along.
Crystal said, I know girls that wear dresses and lipstick and play with pink toys, and they will take your wife. I'm confused by the gender assignment thing and why we are assigning it to sexuality. I'm so confused.
There's dudes out here that'll take your man. So you can't. That don't even. It makes no sense what you're saying.
You and Nene got beef fried rice right now. She said, Ninja, I have 2 legs. You don't scare me, but I got you.
You can't. You got 2 of them, but one of them paralyzed right now.
All right.
You can't stand on it.
So again, I think that was a great discussion. I'm still a little bit confused, but just to put a neat little bow on it, I don't think the color of toys matters really when it comes to kids playing with them, girl or boy. Like I said, I play with my sister dolls. Although my intent was to do them dirty, I don't think it ever made me think about being with a man because I played with the dolls. That's another discussion for another show.
I never said that I thought that was the case. I'm just not leading you down that rabbit hole by letting you start off playing with that shit. That's all.
But that's what I'm having a hard time understanding. Like, what does that rabbit hole entail, and how far does it go, and what's like the natural progression from playing with a doll to?
I guess you're gonna have to have
playing with a pink. How you get from playing with a doll as a man to
who? What's the guest who she said she played with her cousin? He played with her dolls. Maybe
Yep.
I mean you can ask her that question.
That was Q. Q, I'll
Yeah.
put Q. If you want to join Q, I'll drop the link in the chat, and you can come on and talk about it. Q. As a matter of fact, I'll copy it and I'll drop it right now. And if you want to join the conversation, if you got something to say, you're not scared to come on camera, come live on the podcast, and you want to talk about it with Angry OG and Big Exclusive, don't forget, send Top Flight some love. He battling COVID right now. Wish our brother a speedy recovery and make sure, hopefully he has no lingering effects from COVID. He has a show scheduled on the 13th. I'm not sure if he'll make it. We're supposed to do the podcast live on the 13th. So we'll see. I know the CDC cut the isolation or the quarantine down to like 5 days, which has me befuddled. But again,
I
that's
mean,
a
you
whole nother
believe
can
him.
of
You
worms.
believe in him.
That's a whole nother can of worms. I'm not even going to start that conversation with you, bro. That's for goddamn sure. Shout out to Khadijah. Khadijah, you should jump in once or twice. Khadijah has her own podcast as well, Monday night, 7:00. Shout out to our sister Dawn. She had jumped in. I missed her comment, and I'm sorry. But Dawn said, hello, everyone. She, this is our family who's locked into the podcast right now. Feel free, you know what I mean, to follow us on all social media. That's at the Big Exclusive Podcast. If you want to donate, that's $ Big Exclusive. All proceeds go to making sure we can have, a podcast every week. And if you miss something, go to www.thebepodcast.com. Big Exclusive Podcast on YouTube as well. She said YouTube don't like the topic, keeps reloading. Oh, they petty for that one. They are petty for that one. The Gooch strikes again, bro.
Yeah.
Gooch strikes again. That's all right, Q. If you want to come on, I can always text the link to your phone and you can jump on. Crystal says the real key point that was made earlier by the young lady Q is that this thing been under the rug for a very long time. But we continue to argue that today's times and today's culture is the reason why people are gay. People been gay. They just spend less time hiding it.
No, but the thing is, you can be gay all you want, but the fact remains that they're trying to force it down everybody's throat. You can be what you want to be. Do they force heterosexuality down everybody's throats on TV? Do they force that shit on you? They got an agenda with it, and like you're showing it to kids. Like, let the kids grow up and be able to choose what they want to choose when they get old enough.
Here's my thing. That's a really great discussion, right? Because
they included in everything on TV now has that angle included into it now. They shoot that angle with everything.
Bro, every time we talk about the Gooch, bro, these platforms be on funny style, man. They really be on funny style. Yeah, I can't even. That's petty. That's petty. Khadijah said, I apologize. I came in late, missed the topic. Well, I'll do a quick recap for you, Khadijah. Stream acting crazy. Crystal, like, yes. Every time we talk about the Gooch, man, they start fucking with our stream, man.
Yeah, because but you could talk about everybody else, though. You could talk about everybody else.
Had no issues talking about Kevin Samuels. We had no issues talking about Betty White earlier. The minute we start talking about the Gooch,
so now Santa gay now. Santa Claus is gay now. They showed the gay Santa Claus.
Santa gay is definitely banned force.
Like, come on, man.
I absolutely agree with them force feeding it to the masses. Jabera said, right, angry because we didn't have to see this type of stuff on TV when we were growing up. Crystal said, and they push male dominance and gender assignments too, but I digress. And now it's on everything. Khadija, just to recap, that we started the topic about gender specific kids toys, and whether or not, because it was an incident a couple weeks back where there was a picture floating on the internet where a young man was playing with the kitchen set, and people on one side, was saying they wouldn't let their kids play with their sons play with the kitchen set because they didn't want them to be gay, or they thought that was gay. And people on the other side were just like, yo, they kids, let them be kids. It doesn't matter if it's a kitchen set or a doll, whatever, just let them be kids. It shouldn't matter. So that's how we kind of got here, Khadija. And as far as this comes up a lot, man, I think this needs to be an open forum. I don't think this is a can of worms I want to open up right now on this episode, especially with only having about 23 minutes left in the show. This is another thing that I want to get to. So we'll put together an opportunity and a panelist to do on the Big Exclusive podcast one night where we talk about whether or not realistically there is an agenda to force homosexuality.
It's blatant.
down.
It's blatant, man. It's like you can't even question it anymore. It's a blatant attempt, like blatant.
So yeah, we'll make that one of our upcoming shows. We'll kind of
You making the old school cartoon characters gay now, like Superman. Like, come on, man. Like, they make it. They want to be. The inclusion is crazy until you include them in on the joke.
so
They want to be in every. They want to be in everything but a hearse.
here's the issue.
You include them in everything, but then when you include them in the joke, it's a problem.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's a can of worms that if we open right now, bro, we just don't have enough time in the show to address it. Now, granted, we own the platform. It's our platform. We can go as long as we want. But I want to be able to invite some people to come in so that everybody feel like they're represented in the conversation. Big Rose said, I do have a major problem, not with homosexuality, because I have a ton of gay friends, but how they promote homosexuality on TV, radio, everywhere like it's normal, and it's not. Khadija said, I'd love to join that show. Well, Khadija, consider yourself invited. When I start putting that show together, I'll shoot you out a message, or just shoot me a message. Don't let me forget. So there's in my
And I'm
inbox.
gonna get with
Text my
somebody
phone.
from. I'm gonna get with somebody from the Gooch and have them on the panel so they can be represented.
No, I agree, because it's a lot. Like Crystal said, I agree that there's a lot of representation. Is it too much to consider the plan for inclusion has a purpose to end LGBTQ hate crimes and discrimination? Just a thought.
Well, where's the plan for discrimination against black people?
I saw you backstage, Q. Jump back in. That was kind of my
So they
thought
jumped the
too, bro,
line.
because
We've been getting discriminated against far longer than anybody, and the Gooch jumped the line when it comes to hate crimes, hate bills, and all and stuff like that.
Crystal said, and if you have that show, please invite someone from the LGBTQ community and speak on the issues that are being ignored here. Good stuff, OG. Have some Gooch members for that show. Khadija said exactly, OG. Like, again, I don't want to even keep talking about it because ultimately, there's a lot of things that I want to say about it, but that's just going to open up a whole nother can of worms, and that's Pandora's box. And then at the end of the day, it's not going to be fair to open that kind of discussion and not give it enough time to have a thorough one and have representation on the show as well.
And for transparency, I don't have anything against people being gay. I believe in live and let live, but I don't believe in you forcing it down people's throats. Like, I have a right to not want to see that. And but everybody has a right. Like, you can want to see it, or you can or you can not want to see it. But that don't make me wrong for not wanting to see it. So don't vilify me because I don't want to see it. Because I don't want to see two men, together
who's
doing what they do. I don't want to see that.
who's vilifying you? The Gooch?
I'm just
You're
saying
not gonna
anybody.
see it?
No, it's like it's so. If you speak out and say that you don't want to see it, they make it seem like you're wrong for not wanting to see it. Because they want to make it like, well, you don't have no problem with a man and a woman being together. No, I don't, because essentially that's how we was created, right? I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with the creation. I don't want to see a man and a man and what they do. I don't want to see that. I have a right to not want to see that. And if I don't want to see it, that don't mean that I'm committed a hate crime because I said I don't want to see it, or I'm wrong because I don't want to see it. Like, live and let live. I'm not going to bother you. I don't. You do what you do. Just live and let live. Like, I don't have no problem with you doing what you're doing. That's your life.
Big Rose said, mark my words, big exclusive. The Gooch Angry OG show is a whole show. No other topics is going to take up the whole show. I agree. I think it actually needs to be a special because at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, it's going to take time. And I want to make sure everybody feels like they were represented and that they were able to have a thorough conversation. I don't even know if I want to be in on that show. Maybe just as a moderator or something like that. Q, that's something else we're going to discuss too. Q said everything just COVID-19, huh? There's no more flu, regular cold, and nothing. Tiffany Ann said, my youngest son broke the subject down for me and his disdain for the representation. It amazed me. Man, I would love to hear that. Melanie said the Asians jumped the line also.
Exactly.
Crystal said black people are among the LGBT community, are they not? Why the fuck can't I say community tonight? That's the second time I fucked up the word
But
community.
as a whole, black people been around way longer. Black people have been discriminated against far longer than the Gooch, and they jumped the line when it comes to policies.
But see, then again, this is why I don't want to start this, because I got really strong feelings about some of this stuff, and if we start talking about it, it's going to go off. So Khadijah said yes, Melanie. Everyone before us.
Everybody
Big Rose
before.
said, angry got me calling folks Gooch regularly, laughing my ass off. Q said the link was acting up. Q said yes, Chris. I was going to say that, but didn't want to come off crazy. Crystal said diversity and inclusion and representation for the black community is also on the agenda. Yes. If you notice, representation of us is actually happening everywhere. And we're talking about representation in media. We in there too, and we pushing our way through just like they are. Q said it's like a person already what they are. Big Rose said facts. Q said it's forbidden to speak on that community and COVID-19. They're gonna chop your ass. Agreed. Angry gonna be battling to get to the end of the show like warriors. It's a wicked, wicked world we are in. Agreed. So that sparked off. I didn't think it was gonna spark off that deep, but listen, here at the Big Exclusive Podcast with Angry OG and Top Flight, sponsored by Maywild by Kayla, we allow a safe space for people to say how they feel. It's a safe place for you to have an opinion and not be crucified for it. If I feel like someone is being crucified for something, we'll cut it off, we'll end it. But ultimately, I want this space, just like OG and Flight want this space to be a space where we can have these hard conversations and come to an understanding, and above all else, just respect perspective, right? Because a lot of times, what you don't know can hurt you, and sometimes what you know or what you learn can alter your perspective. And we just hoping that, we could start the dialogue and somebody out there is listening can learn something. And the last thing I'll say on that topic is representation matters. Now, you get into the nuances of the representation about who it is.
You got to be represented, but then you can't. But we represent it on some of the platforms, but you also can't say exactly what it is, how you feel, or what you want to say. They're
Why
being
not?
controlled. They're being controlled. Like say for instance, if you watch those morning sports related shows, like they're being forced to talk about. If you watch any of them shows, all they talk about is LeBron James, the Lakers, and the Cowboys. Like it's nothing else. Like if you watch Skip and Shannon on Undisputed, they got a 2-hour show.
Yeah,
Out of the 2 hours, 4 or 5 of the topics going to be about LeBron James.
I agree.
Why do you think that is? They're told what to talk about. Like
I think as far as those programs go, when you talk about it's self-evident, bro. And here's how this is the analogy that I'm gonna give you. 3 of our top shows, right, bro? 3 of the biggest shows that we had was the episode we did. No, your first episode on the podcast, right? The very first time you was like legit a co-host on the podcast is one of our biggest episodes. The second biggest episode was the Ladies' Night. Ladies' Night was a huge episode. The third biggest episode was the one we did on Kevin Samuels, right? Now, had Don, as the executive producer of the show, said, yo, we got to double back and do another Kevin, story, or we got to figure out the re-debut OG, or we got to have the ladies on, they got to do the next 15 to 20 shows. Ultimately, that's what the show would be like. But because I understand why those shows was as big as they were, I took the approach that no, we're just going to alter the elements. We can't talk about Kevin Samuels every episode. You're going to burn people out. But we will double back and, talk about it again. We will have another ladies' night, and OG will, as a matter of fact, the fellas takeover, the show that you led was one of our biggest shows. OG. So again, that's what I always say. But behind the scenes, I say, yo, bro, go off. Like, do what you do. The point is, the reason why they talking about LeBron all the time, or he's a huge part of the show, is because he gets the viewership. Because he's a lightning rod for the masses, right? Because you either love him or you hate him, but you have a very visceral response when it comes to LeBron James. And they need the ratings. They're competing with, opposite programming that dictates like we have to win to keep our jobs.
what about Stephen A. Smith when White Zaddy, give him the word that he attacked all black players.
Stephen A. in my
He attacked all of, like when that shit went down with Aaron Rodgers, the way he came, the way he went about that shit, he said his little 1-2 and left it alone. He's still talking shit about Kyrie Irving right now.
You see how fast that story came
in? Yeah, but you see he's still talking about Kyrie Irving right now.
Right. But
and all Kyrie Irving
had the courage of his conviction.
Exactly. That's it. And stood on what he believed.
Aaron Rodgers flat out lied.
He flat out lied.
Like that's incredible to me. Like,
but White Zaddy got him, attacking all of the black athletes.
But bro, you know why? Again,
because he's being. I just said that to show that how he's being controlled. They control the narrative of what he talk about. They control what he's talking about. They paying him. They paying him well. He get $12 million a year, but you're gonna talk about what we tell you to talk about.
But it goes deeper than that, bro. Most black people think Stephen A. Smith is a sellout.
He's
anyway.
a cool.
So why the black people are over there on Undisputed with Unc and Skip kicking his ass? He's over there tap dancing and trying to
Sucking and
appeal.
jiving.
He's trying to appeal to YT people by talking about who, I'm not saying that word with the Z, bro. Talking about who they tell him to talk about and crucifying, the black players.
The man. With the man.
Because ultimately, most people think Stephen A is a sellout, he a cornball, and we don't fuck with him anyway. So why would he care if he crucifying black athletes when he a fucking sellout and it doesn't matter? And perfect time in Philly, John Preneur. We know Stephen A is a Uncle Tom. Boom. Right on time. She right on point. So again, Undisputed been whipping First Take or Stephen A. I don't even want to say the name. They've been whooping his ass for so many years now that the only time he win his time slot is when he does what? When it's controversy with a black player and he want to be yelling, "Stay off the weed, man."
Yeah, and now it's legal.
Now it's legal. Right. Crystal Dominique said, consider this. Could it be possible that media is trying to program you to end hate crimes and disdain for the LGBT community? Just a thought. Before we say the representation makes people gay, how about we consider that the agenda is to change the mind of those that have such hate for them? Just a thought. Crystal won't even allow us to move on from this.
I think if you hate them, it's something in you, that can't be fixed, that make you hate them. If you hate somebody for absolutely no reason, just for the simple fact of who they are, you can't be fixed. I don't care how much program they put in front of you. You got that kind of hate and disdain for somebody just because, you can't be fixed.
And again, I don't even understand that level.
Yeah, you hate the gooch just because he the gooch. Like that's something in you. Like you're a monster. You can't be fixed.
Big Rose said facts. That was so corny. Stephen A whole bitch for that. Yeah. Khadijah said because he can't rip Aaron Rodgers on those platforms, anyone can rip us.
Because they're not going to allow him to.
Yep.
White Daddy's not going to allow him to do that.
The media is a program. Have we not learned anything from the Matrix? It's up to you to take the red pill, bro, and free your mind.
Stop watching movies and think it's real life, Crystal. It's a movie.
We gotta hold on one quick, right quick. What did we? So could you date a celebrity? We missed that. The TikTok video of the week. I think that would have sparked a good one. So we're gonna save that for next week. Top nostalgic toys. We're gonna save that for next week. Maybe we should make gender specific toys about sex toys and see who bold enough to come on here and want to talk about it.
She won't. I dare you, Crystal. I dare you to come on with that. I dare you. We're gonna gear that show towards you and we're gonna see how bold you are. See how much you got to say then.
I honestly think she would probably do that show though, bro.
No, I think she's gonna freeze up like Big Road do.
No, girls with sex toys, they're not gonna give a shit. The men is gonna have the issue with that. I don't think women have an issue with that at all. Yeah, see, you don't know what I'm capable of. Yeah, when it comes like women and toys, I don't think it's any shame or stigma. I think men have the problem with toys. You know what I mean? Q said, my 18-year-old brother is currently transitioning to become a woman, and this shit is hard. Torn between my beliefs and his respect. Wow. Jabera said, we don't. Yeah, see, the girls is going to be with it. Maybe we just sit back and just tune in and moderate and let them, I can remember, look, I used to do a morning show, right? And then we coming to the end of the show. I used to do a morning show called the Crush and Roll Morning Show, right? And one of the special episode we did was it was like one of those taboo shows, and we was talking about sex toys. And we had this lady. I won't mention her name because I don't know if she's still in the game, but I'm a damn sure I'll find out. And so, mind you, this was a morning show. She says, yo, you want me to, because at the time I was responsible for booking guests on the show. It was part of, my duty. So when I reached out to her, I'm like, yo, you specialize, this is what you do. You sell sex toys and all that. She like, yeah, I'll be on the show. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's what's up. You come on, make sure you have your products so people can buy if they want to buy, whatever, whatever. She said, yo, you want me to demonstrate on how to suck dick live on the show? After I picked the phone back up, because I dropped it, like, what the fuck? I
So
was
you
like,
got to demonstrate on the real one though.
I said, by all means, you go. No, I ain't say that. I said, by all means, do your thing. If you comfortable with it, we comfortable having you on. And that was the highest rated show I ever been a part of, bro. And like it was wild that day. But I say that to say women don't have issues with sex toys, bro. I think if we
Who
do a
said they
show like
did?
that,
Who said they had issues with it?
no, you were saying you want to
I said I don't think she's she would chime in on it or whatever. Just talking shit. Like I don't think they got a problem with it because that's what they do. Like that shit is geared towards them.
Big Rose said throwing pink cookies at OG on stage. Ain't shit, bro. Laughing my ass off. I'm with the show. What show? What are you talking about, Miss Scott?
The sex toy show.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like
The freaks come out at night.
we put that show together. That ain't nothing. That's one thing about the big exclusive podcast with Angry OG and Top Flight. We could pretty much do whatever the fuck it is we want to do.
And they could show some of their toys.
Yeah, like by all means, we'll open it up. We'll send a link out if you want to show the toys. How it works for you. What you into, what you like. I'm with that show. But we normally, for our new friends here on the Big Exclusive Podcast, the way we normally end every show is that we allow all our guests or the co-hosts a minute or two to say whatever it is that they want to say. Does not have to be in relationship to what the topics we talked about on the show. It'll be just a little message or something that was on their mind or just something they want you guys to ponder for next week. Could be a topic, could be whatever. So I don't like to call stuff our final thoughts, but you know what I mean? Shit for you to contemplate, or do you want to just put out there to be archived for later? We're going to get these last two comments in, and then we're going to give our thoughts, OG, and then we're going to get out of here. And we saving the other topics for next week. Crystal said there is a sex positive movement happening, so I think the show would be big. You should do it.
Where's this movement going on at?
Q said at one point there was freedom of speech. Now your ass gonna pay.
Yeah.
You gonna pay if
We'll
you say the
for it.
wrong thing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Everybody who was tuned in to Big Exclusive Podcast, I super appreciate you. If you are tuned in to just the audio, be sure to like, comment, and share. Consider becoming a Patreon of the Big Exclusive Podcast. You can do as little as $1 a month, up to however much you want. However generous you can be. Please, we appreciate it. We could use the help making the podcast bigger and better. We have some live shows coming up. I can't wait for all of you to be a part of. We're gonna need the people to come out to these live shows to participate. Tiffany Ann, Crystal, a lot of people tell you like our live show is fun, we interactive, and you always gonna leave with some swag. Okay. Last but not least, be sure to send our brother Flight some love. He battling COVID. Our family member, Tiffany Ann Dennis, please sure to show Tiff some love because Tiff also is not feeling good. So show her some love as well. Big Exclusive Podcast, we like to take care of our own. You see Smoke, bring your ass Friday. So I guess Friday we at the spot. If y'all want to know what the spot is, y'all want to come out and celebrate, with the Big Exclusive Podcast, just shoot Angry OG or myself at inbox, or go to our social media pages. That's at the Big Exclusive Podcast on everything. If you want to come out and help us celebrate one of our family members to the show. OG, you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I'll go first. I just want to give a shout out to my man Mike Slauson in the hospital fighting COVID. Just send a shout out to Mike Slauson, man. Hope you get better. That's all.
All right, Angry OG, we catch you next week on the podcast. I'll probably be talking to you in about 10 minutes behind the scenes. Shout out to your bullshit barber for that nut ass haircut.
You're not eligible for one, man. I bet you won't. I bet you won't move that headset down. Take your headset down. Show the Speed Racer emblem or the Wu-Tang Joan. The back signal. Look at the back signal. Your mango, man.
The level of petty, bro. I had to. I'm gonna say, Kayla, Cameron, sky's the limit. Daddy's always super proud of you guys. Remember that every year I want you guys to set goals. I want you to smash those goals every year. I want you to know that there's no such thing as sky's the limit. The world is your oyster. Do with it what you will, and make sure anything that you want, you have. And it's all worth obtaining with just some hard work. And just know that you're capable of anything. When I say anything, you are truly capable of anything. If your heart desires it, you can have it. Just do not ever give up. Remember, Daddy has been blessed with some of the greatest friends in the world. If you ever need help, you see him listed on the podcast. You heard him on the comments. You see him on the podcast, Angry OG, Top Flight, everybody who's commenting tonight. They're all available to you as resources if you need them. So with that being said, Big Exclusive Podcast, we signing out. Hopefully we see you guys again on the next episode. We hope that season 2 gets bigger, it gets better, and we appreciate y'all. And remember, tell a friend to tell a friend about the Big Exclusive Podcast.